Hey, how's it going? I wanted to do a small video with you guys where we're just talking about nothing crazy, just focusing on my PSA submission. It should be coming back in about 10 years. No, but seriously, I sent in a PSA submission. It's a 70 card order. I thought I'd give a little preview before we get it back. I've been sending in a little bit more cards lately just to kind of see if we're getting any kind of positive results when it comes to PSA. The timelines have been crazy, so if you guys like content related to PSA and grading, please like and subscribe as we continue to try to gain momentum. And then hopefully down the line we'll have a reveal where we just look at all the cards we graded and decide what we want to do from there. So as you guys can see, I started by sending a Pyroar Master Ball. I didn't think there was too much of an issue sending this one in because I thought it had a chance to get a 10. I know they're harder to get a 10 in Master Balls, but I'm pretty picky when it comes to lower tier cards that are harder to gem. So I felt like this one could gem. I thought it'd be fun to get a Master Ball in a 10. So I decided to send it in, see what happens. I sent in a lot of the Togedemaru illustration rares because I feel like it's an undervalued card. Togedemaru was considered a QC character before in the Sun and Moon era. I think it's kind of fallen off a little bit and hasn't really gotten as much of the respect as it typically would as time has gone on. So I think it's valuable. I was picking these up for like $2 each. I think it's basically still close to $2. Phantasmal Flames is a little harder to grade than Mega Evolution, but I was picky. I think I picked up like 8 of these and sold the rest off. So I would think that I would still get maybe at least 2 of these to be a PSA 10, and that'd be worth sending them in. Toxtricity, I like the character. I was hoping just to get at least one of these in PSA 10. This is another Phantasmal Flame card. I thought the color scheme and just the look of it overall made it worth trying to go ahead and grab it. The next one is the Piplup. Piplup is one, a lot of these I'm going to end up selling to try to continue to work myself backwards into the mid-era to vintage section. Piplup is one I might just take a little bit longer to sell if it comes back in a good gem, unless it's like going over $300. I might just hold on to it and enjoy it, because that's what I do with modern cards. I hold on to some of the ones I like for a little bit just to enjoy being the owner of it, and then I move on to it to get my more permanent collection item, which is the vintage cards. Sparrow was always just a cool looking bird Pokemon. It's not a powerful Pokemon, but I think it should be an easier grade. I would hope that at least 2 out of 3 of these gets the PSA 10. And just another one just to kind of bolster up the gem rate on this order, get some money in return just to move it into something else that I would really prefer to get. Even if it's an XY era base set, just that kind of deal. The Lycanroc is a harder gem. It's like 1 in 4, but I still sent it in because I felt like it was clean. I submitted one in my last order. I think you guys saw that, and I got a 10, so it made me feel a little bit more confident on wanting to work with that. The Crabominal is one, looking back, I maybe shouldn't have sent because there's not a lot of positive benefits if I sent it, and it is a harder gem, so I should have used that effort in something else. Usually when I look at cards like this, I am pretty confident that it could 10, but just with my past gem rate, it's like they're anywhere between 35 and 55%. I shouldn't really take chances on cards like this, but I sent it in. I can't really reverse it. These next 2 cards aren't really high value cards. It's just the Snover and Strudel. Both of them have a high chance to gem just because of the set that they came out of. Mega Evolutions is a great set just to try to build up your collection, start turning out some cards into PSA to get your funds up. So I would always advocate for people to look at the Mega Evolution, that set, to try to grade. And we'll see if my orders turns out well and I was in the right decision making on that. Next one was the Spiritomb. Another one that shouldn't be too terrible to gem out of. Another one that's going to be sold right away. The calendar card probably shouldn't have sent it. I think this one does a little bit better price-wise, maybe $40 to $50 in a PSA 10. So there are some that it wasn't worth the squeeze. I mean, this one could be a $70, $80 card if it gems, but it's like a 25% chance, so it's too much of a risk in my opinion. Even though I might think it's clean, there might be minor details that I don't know about the card that makes it less likely to gem. So that's not one I'm supremely confident is going to be a PSA 10. I'd probably reverse that and put some more illustration rares centered around Mega Evolution if I was to get another chance with this. This one is just a card personally connected to me. I like the side of card. I know this one's not going to be a 10, so it's just going to be one for my PC because I always loved this one for the 151 collection. Me and my wife, my wife was there when I pulled this card, and we just have a good memory with it. So this is one of the few non-PSA 10 cards I'll keep because I know it's not PSA 10. I'll tell you my guess is a PSA 7 or 8. If it gets an 8, I'd be very happy. If it gets a 9, I'd be shocked. The ones that are two big ones that I think that are going to do well is the Wigglytuff and Flygon. Flygon probably is the one card I think is very underrated when it comes to Phantasmal Flame. I think it's a great card art. Flygon is a love character, but the card isn't valuable now, so we'll see if that changes with the test of time. But overall, it's a fun one. Wigglytuff is a great artwork as well. Another fun one to add into the set. Hoping to get maybe one or two of those to be a PSA 10. Steelix is from Mega Evolution. I just love the artwork of the Steelix card. He is one of my favorite cards from that gold and silver era. So I did want to get this one in 10, enjoy it for a little bit, then move on. Marshadow is one I can keep in my collection long term. So I'm hoping to get one of those in PSA 10. I like the design of the card, and I like the Pikachu's in it. So I'm considering just holding on to one of these if it does come back at 10. Similar to how I have like two Celebi Vs. I mean, they both come back at 10. I might hold on to because I think it has a good upside long term. These Gumshoe cards, I think they were just undervalued, so I just decided to scoop them up and enjoy it for now. So I wanted to see if I get a 10. They're actually selling pretty good, even though I picked these up for like $2 or $3. It looks like it goes for about $50 or $60 in a PSA 10, so it seems worth the value. The sentiment, and it has a pretty solid and high gem rate. The next ones are the Meowth and Clawitzer. Clawitzer is a pretty easy gem too, so this one I need to probably get 3 out of 4 to make it worth my time. I think I have a chance to do that. We'll see if I was correct. But I want to send that in, get something else in the grade pile just to help out with making this order worth it, sending it in. The Meowth, I think it's going to keep rising up as time goes on because we see how much Pokemon is pushing Meow with all of these illustration rares coming out, and then just getting it even more hype since we just got the announcement that the Super Bowl will feature some Pokemon commercials like it did in the past, and that's always fun to see. Man, this Dugong is a gorgeous card. I think I really like Phantasmal Plays and Mega Evolution a lot, so it's just another card just to add into the collection, enjoy it for some time, eventually move on and get something else that's more vintage. But these modern cards are gorgeous. Enjoy it. And then I just move on to the next step. But that Dugong is a tremendous card that I really enjoy looking at. I get so many of these Hoopa Bees because they're very easy to gem. I think this will be like my 6th or 7th one sitting in, and I gemmed 4 or 5 of them already. I think 4. So I'll keep sending them in. I think this is my last one, so I'm anticipating a 10 on that. Kangaskhan is one of my favorite characters just because of the baby Kangaskhan aspect of it, so I just wanted to send that in. Looks super clean. It's one of the ones I feel more confident on a 10, so we'll see how accurate I am. I'd probably hold on to this one just as a PC card, even though I just know it's going to be a high gem rate card. I just like Kangaskhan in general. The Stuffle, just an easy gem, I feel like. Trying to get that in. And the Pavilion, that's a tougher gem. I sent 2 of those in. I mean, retroactively, I probably wouldn't send them again because I know how hard they are to even try to get them. When it comes to the Ninjax and Shedinja, I thought it would be good to have try to get those in sequential order. Fun as a collector and fun as an appreciation value as part of my set. So I may just try to do a little bit of a different tailwind with that and try to send it as a sequential set, sell it as a sequential set, and see what happens with that. But that's just a fun one to add to the possibility of getting a 10 on. The Delibird, I think they're going to do pretty well too. It's a nice and fun card looking. I think it'll still be around that $40 mark if a 10. A lot of these cards I didn't mention, if they get a 9, I anticipate $10 to $15, and then grading fees is about $20. So I don't need to hit like 60 to 75% gem rate to turn a profit. As I always use profit from past sales to buy the raw cards. So generally, I'm not into anything when I send these in. I'm just trying to profit maybe $300 or $400 on these to either roll into a vintage card I want or buy more raw cards. and just make my money back with the grading fee. So it's just a continuous cycle. So I'm just hoping to get to that 40 or 50% gem rate, and I'll be pretty happy. This Ludicolo is the fun art. There's a lot of these cards, these IRs, I'm loving a lot. It should yield me at least one PSA 10. 2 would be fantastic, but it's a fun card. I think it'll do well long term. I don't know how long I'll keep these because I'm just focused so much on vintage currently, but it is another fun card to add to the set. Same thing with this Zycan. Nice looking card, fun card, displays well. It's going to be added to the collection for now. I don't feel as confident with this one when I sent it in, just because that's Phantasmal Flames is tougher than Mega Evolution when it comes to gem. And then that Mega Gengar, I'm hoping they both gem. I don't know how likely that is, but they sell well. So they gem like 60-something% right now, and then they sell for $90. So it's just a quick sale on that. Let someone else enjoy it in their collection, move on if they want to. But not something I'm going to keep in my personal PC. The Ambipom, I think, is a gorgeous card, fun card. I'm just going to grade it, churn and burn, move that one too if it tends. And then the Gargankel, is a card that I was getting for like 75 cents as an illustration rare. So I thought, why not just send them in, because I would feel pretty good that if it gets a PSA 10, it's going to be worth more than $20. So even if I'm selling these on eBay for $30, and then shipping's $5 or something like that, or even if I get to the $29, $28 mark, I'll get close to $5 a pop. So it's not like I'm trying to make a huge gain on these. It's just getting them in 10, some of them, and just churning, maybe profiting just a hair. That just helps build the pool of money I have available to buy things I want. So it's not always about the large amount. It's just trying to get a good churn and burn going. And then the one other thing is the Japanese card. I forgot the name of him, but he's just one I had open the box. I thought I would just grade it because I'm pretty sure that's just going to be like a $30 or $40 card if I sell them PSA 10, and it's almost guaranteed since it's a Japanese card. So let me know what you guys think. This is just a fun little project I was doing. Thought I would just talk you guys through it. I sent these cards in. I did an in-person submission at PSA at one of those card shops, because you know how they have them at Burbank's Card and Cards HQ. I just dropped it off at one of those. I'm hoping just to... Oh, they took them like a month. No, it took like 2.5 months for me to get any kind of email update. This may be due to their overwhelming backlog they were saying, but it is checked in now. They're saying my estimated completion date is, I think it was like June 4th, but I'm hoping they'll get done before that. But we'll see. But just let me know what you guys think. And good to see you guys again. Talk to y'all soon.